here with boxing trainer extraordinaire Manny Robles. Manny, obviously, I got to go straight to the point.
Yes, sir.
You guys shocked the world with Andy Ruiz.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember DMing you like weeks before the fight, saying like, I hope you guys get this fight. You deserve it. He deserves it.
Right on.
How has life changed since then?
It's 360, man. I mean, it's definitely been for the better, of course. We've been on a world tour, if you will, visiting different people from from the government to media and TV and just it's changed quite a bit. My life. As you know, I live in the gym. I'm always in the gym training. But whenever I'm around public people, man, they let me know. They definitely let me know how proud they feel about us that night and about us being able to shock the world and have the first Mexican heavyweight champion.
If I'm not mistaken, the next day you were straight to the gym on.
Yeah, well, not the next day.
Monday.
Sunday, I flew back in from New York City. I didn't get here till midnight on Sunday, and very next day, Monday morning, I was back in the gym doing what I do. I
mean, obviously the rematch is gonna happen this year. That's, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure, it's the biggest fight of the year. It doesn't matter of what other fight comes.
Fights? Well,
that's the biggest fight of the year.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was definitely the upset of the year, or maybe the upset and the biggest upset in
upset of the year, fight of the year,
long time,
maybe round
right?
of the year also as well.
Yeah, correct. Round of the year, third round, upset of the year, you name it. So I'm happy. I'm actually extremely happy for Andy. Nothing's been given to us. We work extremely hard. It wasn't luck, as some people may call it, or it wasn't that Anthony Joshua had a bad day. It's that we were able to capitalize. It's that we came in ready. There's no such thing as luck. There's no such thing as an easy fight. We prepared to win. We did our best to get them in the best shape possible, mentally, physically, and thank God we came away with the win.
Obviously, you guys are gonna come even more prepared for this fight.
Absolutely.
For the rematch, it's gonna be a tremendous fight. Have you talked to Andy? Like, when is he coming back in the gym?
He should be back in the gym in July. Maybe the start of July. I'm hoping within the next week or week to 10 days. That's what we talked about, and I expect to see him back in the gym very, very soon. We had a long 16-week camp. 16 weeks and 2 fights in between with Dimitrenko and then with Joshua. So he's taking a well-deserved rest right now.
Obviously, for those who don't know, I dug deep into all the stories, and you were encouraging him to not quit boxing, because I know there was a very low point before that fight that he kind of wanted to hang up the gloves and say, I'm done with this. But you kept pulling him back in the gym. Why?
Because everybody goes through ups and downs in life. Boxing's a lot like life. You have a lot of ups and downs. And
for those who don't know, can you explain some of those things?
Well, absolutely, because it's an individual sport. You're on your own in life. Like in life, you're on your own. You're flying solo. You know what I mean? So some of those things may be, for example, in Andy's situation. He went through some difficult times when he was having problems with his last promoter. He really wasn't making any money. He really wasn't making any money he was barely making enough money to take care of his family. He was training in LA, and he just ran out of money and really didn't have a place to stay, didn't have a place to live in LA. Of course, he had his home back in Imperial, but he was really having issues when it was coming to, again, with his promotional, the promotion, his last promoter. I'm just telling you what he was going through, but I spoke to him, and I told him to hang in there. I told him not to throw in the towel. I told him don't give up, just like you would in life, your family, your friends, your kids. You're not a quitter. You don't give up. You keep pushing forward. Your luck is gonna change. You keep working hard. You keep having faith. You keep believing, and everything will change. And that's exactly what happened. It was this close to just, look, I'm gonna go home and probably go work with my dad or see what's up. But look, I told him, look, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm telling you, your luck is gonna change. By this time next year, I'm telling you, you're gonna be fighting for the world title. I'm telling you, your luck, everything's gonna change. I said, as a matter of fact, you're gonna fight Anthony Joshua. And as a matter of, and guess what? You're gonna knock him out, and I know exactly what you're gonna knock him out with. He'll tell you, man. We had this conversation
what did he
between
say
him and I. I just try to encourage him, but I did have that dream, though. It wasn't something that I just came up with, because I knew what I was working with. It just, when you work with your fighters, and I was just one of those things when I went to bed and I had a dream like Andy fought Anthony Joshua, because I knew what I had. I knew I had a special talent, but it was. I knew it, but he didn't know. You know what I mean? Because I had to convince him. I had to make him believe. Exactly. I had to light up that match and make him believe, and that's what I did. And I'm happy and I'm glad that I was able to, help, and that I was able to help him accomplish his goal, his dream. And look at it. And then people laughed at me. I had a couple of interviews and I talked about my dream and the fact that I had the dream and that I told Andy that he was gonna fight Joshua, that he was going to become a world champion, that he was going to knock him out. And less than a year later, look, man, we get the fight with Joshua, and we got him ready. And of course, you win your fights in the gym. Nothing was handed to us, and we capitalized. We took advantage of that opportunity. We won. It's a world champion.
Do you remember? Obviously, I didn't really see some behind-the-scenes footage, but what happened when you guys got into the locker room? I heard there was some tears. There was.
Absolutely. There was, after the fight, we're in the locker room. Of course, you're so happy. We just shocked the world, man. We made history. That's when it started sinking in and it started kicking in. Anytime you win a world championship, man, it's special. You win a fight, it's special. You win a regional title, it's special. But winning a world title and then becoming the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, shocking the world, beating the monster, the Goliath of the division, and Joshua. Come on, man. We cried because everything that we go through in life, like that's what I'm saying. It's boxing or being a fighter. Boxing is a lot like life. You go through your struggles, you go through your ups and downs, but when you make it, when you reach your destination, when you reach your goal, which is obviously to become a world champion, it's just like, of course you get emotional. And then everything that goes in pain, all the pain, blood and tears, sweat, blood and tears that go behind, preparation and getting to this point. It's just. I'm
sure he was in tears and you guys hugged. What did he tell you?
Yeah, we hugged. He was happy. He was. He already told his mom, you don't gotta struggle no more. I'm gonna take care of you, and taking care of his family, being able to take care, because he's a great father. He's a great guy. He's a great father. He loves his kids. So for him to be able to take care of his kids now, take care of his family, and now know that my kids don't gotta struggle no more. Come on, man. This is what we do for our families. This is why we're here. This is the way us as Hispanics, as Mexicans, we have a very strong upbringing, when it comes to our culture and our family. Family is everything to us. So this is what we fight for. This is what we work as hard as we do to make sure that we're able to give our families a better quality of life.
For those who don't know, talk about your dad, because your dad was a great trainer.
Absolutely. My dad was a very well-known coach back in the day. My dad passed away 12 years ago, but the reason he's the reason why I'm here. He's the reason why every time for example, with Andy winning a world title, I get emotional because, my dad should be here. My dad should be in the corner with me. But people tell me, but he is there with you in spirit. He's there looking over you, but it's not the same, man. That's my pops, and I miss my dad, and that's why I get, I get the way I get, because he's my mentor, he's my teacher. He groomed me, he raised me, he taught me everything I know. So, I can't help not getting emotional at times, because he should still be here. He went away too soon, too early. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And what happens in the rematch, Manny?
What happens in the rematch? Well, it's boxing. Anything can happen. Like again, as I said, there's no such thing as easy. You win your fights in the gym. I gotta get Andy back in the gym, and I gotta get him ready. One thing I can tell you is that I believe that he will be in better shape than he was the first time. Not only will he be in better shape, but the circumstances are different now. We're gonna get a fight date. We're able to now. We will be able to prepare properly and time. We had 5-6 weeks to prepare for Joshua. It was a quick camp. We had to get right back in the gym and get everything together. Now we will be able to take our time. We'll be able to plan accordingly and come in with a good game plan and try to beat Joshua to the point, because we know he's going we know he's going to be ready. We know he's going to be me making some changes. So now it's my job as a coach to make sure that I beat him to that I'm able to make adjustments and to think about what can Joshua bring to the table, what type of changes can he bring, how different will he be from the first time. That way we can go ahead and beat him to the punch, yes, and just again come in ready mentally, physically, spiritually, come in with a good game plan, and we'll leave it in God's hands as far as what happens then, the outcome. I don't like to talk. I've never been one to say, we're gonna beat him or we're gonna knock him out. Yeah, I believe we'll beat. Of course I will. Of course I believe in my fighter. But we gotta perform. We gotta work. In order for me to believe, in order for me to say we're gonna win, we gotta go get right back in the gym and we gotta work our asses off.
What do you tell your fans, new fans, Andy Ruiz fans?
I don't know, but I don't know if I didn't know I had any fans. I didn't know I had fans.
You played a big role in that win.
But all I can say is I'm grateful to the people that have been kind to me, to make people, for the people that believed in us, great, and even the people that didn't believe in and believe now, I'm grateful, man, because they're the reasons why they're the reason why we work as hard as we do. The people that don't believe it or not, people that don't believe, people that talk, people that the saying-ayers, and people that like to sit there and criticize and talk about another person. That sometimes that's what gets me going. That's because I like to prove people wrong. That's what. There's one thing I love is to prove people wrong, man. And so for them people that's always win that night and that have something good to say. Maybe they didn't before, but now they do. Thank you.
Come aboard.
Thank you. Come aboard. True. Yeah, man. Come aboard. You know what I'm saying? There's not there's no animosity in my heart. There's no room for that. I don't got time to sit here and wish anybody any bad or feel any hatred or towards people that really, don't believe it. It's your opinion. What are you gonna do? But all I can do is just move forward and be the best person I possibly can.
Where can we follow you on social media, Manny?
Manual.boxing.
Thank you, Manny. Anything you want to plug? Anything at all?
No, just stay tuned for my boys' fights, because they're the reason why I'm here and they're the reason why I work as hard as I do is for them. For them, their success is my success. So all my guys, I got a pretty big stable, of fighters. Stay tuned for them. Look out for us because we're coming to a neighborhood near you.
Thank you, Manny. Appreciate your time.